Hello everyone, Jacques here from Dapper Shaves. I just want to fiddle with this camera. Apologies. I hope everybody is doing awesome. We're back in the rainforest. We're gonna do another shave. Before we get into those details, maybe once again just a warm welcome to all the new subscribers, those of you that's been following me, commenting, whatever, much appreciated. Just a quick, first of all, I've had an extremely rough weekends. We're looking like, I think some people would refer to this as hobo status. To be quite honest, I don't even know how many days it is, but I've got a sneaky suspicion it's at least 5 days. By the way, today is Friday. But quickly more refresh for the new guys around my channel. My name is Jacques, Dapper Shaves. This is my channel. I live in South Africa. This is my hobby. I own a few razors for people here in South Africa, and I provide educational information. This is what this channel is about. Moreover, you won't find any negative comments or feedback on this channel. So in that regard, I expect everybody else to also just be respectful. You won't see any reviews here. So I don't do razor reviews, and I don't do soap reviews, and I don't do brush reviews. My stuff's educational. Everybody else does that. I haven't got a business, so I don't sell those things. Not of interest to me. And as I said, it's educational, and that at a high level is me. So in today's shave, we're going to talk about weaknesses. And I think it's important that everybody understands their strengths and weaknesses so that they can understand what to work on. And one of my weaknesses is sense. Especially the people that do reviews know their sense very well. They talk about them, they articulate about them, and I'm essentially nowhere in that regard. And there's a reason for that, is that I don't know fragrances. I have got in my house, for me, there's tobacco, which some people will shout smells like old lady. Yeah, we're all different. It's a scent I appreciate. So that's it. I also enjoy the soaps, they're fantastic. And I've got two colognes from Praso. One is the Wooden Spice, which was recommended to me by an international shaver in Sweden. And I will get to that. I've got that, and we've also got the Azure, which is the lime, and that's essentially all the fragrances I own. I've had an expensive one, really doesn't matter what it is, I'm not using it anymore, I can't afford it. So in any case, my weakness is sense. Now, we're going to use Old Faithful here. This is a Dorco Barber Sprite 5/8 in Fox tortoise scales. I guess this is from around the 1930s. The model number on this is 135. It's a razor I enjoy a lot. In fact, when I started my original Instagram channel, and the links down in the description below, I've used this razor well past 100 shaves before owning. So this was my training bed, still is, and I'm gonna go back to this razor for some time. So the soap, Master Soap Creations, it's a South African soap company, and that's the reason why I've got it on my channel. Besides, Fernando's an awesome guy, and his products are doing quite well internationally. So I'm going to start laughing, otherwise this is going to become long, and then more importantly, I think this shave might turn into a two-part series, I don't know. A quick trick, I've had, not a trick. On a regular occasion, somebody would ask, Jock, pre-shave. Does pre-shave make a difference? And is it worth it? And so forth. So, I can't answer that. I think so, because it's a preparation thing, and so if you improve preparation, everything else will be a whole lot easier. And then the other way is, just experiment and make it your own. The other thing is, which I neglected to mention about this channel, is I do not subscribe to any specific way of doing things. I've got my own way. I don't enforce it on anybody. It is recommendations. I want people to have their own experiences and get to what they need to. So once again, with pre-shave, if you don't try, you won't know, and we're all different and behave different. I've had good shaves with pre-shaves. I've had bad shaves with pre-shaves. Is it the pre-shave? No, maybe it was my skin health or my technique or whatever. So in any case, I wet my fingers, use the soap, create myself a pre-shave, because pre-shave essentially is a liquid soap. Yeah. So create yourself a pre-shave and put that on, and then bowl lather or whatever you wanted to do. I wanted to do a lathering video, but I've done a quite detailed one, so I'm not gonna bug that. So my weakness sense. So I think like anything in life, it's a skill you need to learn. There's some children running behind our house, so apologies for that. It's a skill, and it's something you need to learn. I know nothing about it, so what I did was I took all my soaps one evening and I sat them down, and without understanding what they're based on, because I don't follow these things, I went and sniffed them and took some notes, and really found it quite a struggle, but I think I made some progress. And then I went and I had a look at the descriptions and what they're based on. So brood is a scent I think we all know across the world. It's not something that's only specific in a certain region. I think we all grew up with brood through fathers or brothers or whatever. So I'll shortly get to my notes, because I don't want to re-sniff it, because I now know what the scent profiles are and more. The other thing I've picked up, and maybe you guys can comment on that, is without lying to myself, I can today smell something I didn't smell yesterday. And I'm not sure if that is because now subconsciously I know what some of the ingredients or scent profiles are. I don't know. Maybe you guys can comment. But that's why I don't want to do it now. What I'm rather going to do is I'm going to read you my original notes. So I've done it for all the master soaps I have in my collection. The other thing is, I've mentioned I haven't really got money to spend on a lot of fragrances. If I see what people do, they've got cabinets full of fragrances, and that's awesome. I can't do that. So, once again, it's trial and error. But what I've learned with a lot of the small batch artisans, they base their scents on a dupe of something, or homage, I don't know if that's even the right words, but of a popular fragrance. And from what I hear from you guys, they're all quite spot on. I don't own those fragrances, so I can't tell. Alright, so let's see if I can lather and read simultaneously. By the way, this is the Amazon rainforest. That's good. Okay. So when I nosed brood that evening, I hope this doesn't fall off. My observations are Dapper Shave's notes. It's a herby, minty, lemon-based soap, and then I think I pick up vanilla and some kind of flower. I'm guessing jasmine. We have got jasmine on the estate, but it's a bit of a guess. But I know it's a popular ingredient. And then I went on and I said it's got a sweet, fresh and a clean finish. And I use the words distinctively brut because I know brut. I've had it when I was a lot younger. I haven't smelled it. I don't think it's changed. But for me, if I nose this, immediately I know that brut label. The other thing for soaps for me, besides my performance and scent, is also graphics. So on the brut bottle, if I can recall correctly, it had that little chain or medallion hanging around the green bottle. So this artwork's also done by a South African, Stef Potgieter, very cool guy, does awesome work. And what else did I say? Yeah, that's all I could nose. So obviously my profiling ability for scents is not great. It needs to develop, and maybe you guys can help me how to achieve that. I'll most likely put in a link so you guys, if you don't know what the scent or the note profiles are, so you can see what they are. So after reading the scent notes, obviously it became apparent to me that there's lavender in, which I didn't pick up. We've got lots of lavender on the estate, so maybe it's subtle or my nose just can't pick it up, all these complex things. And notes that I do know but didn't find in the scent, they mention sandalwood, so I don't know. In any case, that was my experience trying to scent and nose it. So many of you that are experts in this environment and passionate about it, maybe help and guide me so I can learn. So I'll do, as I go along on my shaves, I'll do that for whatever master soap creation soaps I've done. As I say, I've nosed them, and also with the new ones I'll be getting quite soon. So now there's another exciting release Fernando put on for the Wetshaving store, by the way. So the other thing, back to me, I don't even have affiliate codes. I don't sell products. I own in South Africa, and that is what I do. It really doesn't make sense to do honing or repairing services of South Africa beyond the borders, because it doesn't make sense. Yeah, man, so that's it. So I wanted to do that. As I say, I've had a rough week. Just look at this beard. I haven't been focusing on my lather because I've been talking about scent, so that's it. This actually might turn into a single video. Oh, the other thing what I wanted to say is, you will see when I said I don't subscribe to any specific way of honing, you will see in my description below all my videos, there are local people which I support, but also international folk that have got different content, a different value proposition than me. So, and they've got engaging content. They are listed below. You go and have a look if you're looking for something different, a different view of doing things. Yeah, and whatever you do, once again, you keep respectful in that regard. It's Friday today. The school started on Wednesday. My daughter is in grade 6. you know, they get academic recognition and leadership recognition and all those kind of things. And she's also a leader at school. But things that keep coming up at the school, you know, is bullying people. So it's something that just doesn't happen at schools. It also happens in corporate business. And so my message to her has been, you know, just always be respectful. Don't do it in a public forum. Work it out, because there's always ways of working things out. Otherwise, terrorist negotiators wouldn't be successful. There's always ways of resolving conflict. And I'm shading with glasses on. I haven't done that in a long time. Maybe this time around I can actually see what I'm doing. That was a careless stroke and a nick. So guys, I'm just gonna try and switch off my mind and relax, and then maybe the rest of the shave will be a ASMR video. Seems that I got away with a second one. Biggest reason for that nick currently is my shave pressure, because I'm not focused. Other question that keeps coming up, not keeps coming up, but from time to time, you know, Jacques, what's the best type of razor to get? And once again, there is no right or wrong. My recommendation is get carbon steel. If you can get vintage steel, even better. Razor size doesn't matter. I'm actually showing this here now. This is a 5/8 razor. I've shown shaves with 4/8 razors. If there's beard 100 years old, 1 day old, if it's done properly with whatever technique, if you do that, it's gone. So preferably, as I said, vintage steel, carbon steel. There's nothing wrong with stainless steel, but stainless steel out of the entire razor market, I think, is very small, like 5% or less. Round point's always a great idea. I would try and avoid a Spanish point or a square point when starting. If you pay attention, it's no different than a round point, but those two suckers in particular has bitten me on many occasions, even after years of shaving experience. Little lapse in concentration and you cut yourself. The other thing is in all my videos, I have got sections in, and it tells you what the chapters are. Okay, many of you don't make use of it. It's actually something my 6th grader shared with me. So people don't watch the entire video, and that's obviously true looking at the stats. But if they don't know what you're talking about, you lose out on detail. So if you don't know how to do that, on this video, because I'm really tired, I'm gonna upload it and I'll put on just 2 items. But the template for using that is in my description, along with the rest of the information I talked about. So if you don't know how to do that, there's some free advice. Okay, so under circumstances, I think I've slightly switched off my mind from all the business and personal life and school issues. By the way, the missus, for those of you that were asking, is a whole lot better. Over December she's been in and out of hospital and eye care, but I'm glad to say she's recovering well. She's actually taken our 6th grader for equestrian lesson, and I've seen some activity on my credit card with regards to purchases, so it seems that she's recovering quite nicely, which is a massive relief. Okay, so little nick, that's not an issue, it's not the end of the life. I think by the time we're done you won't even see it. Guys have even actually developed some kind of rules for this. If you're done with your shaving, you're not bleeding anymore, then you never cut yourself, so, which I think is a good one. So I just needed to clean the sink because there was a week's worth of beard in there, ugly stuff. And then we're going to do a second pass, post-shave, and wrap up this video. So over December with the missus that was in the hospital, I had obviously a lot of time. I didn't go on holiday, so I released a lot of content. I also recorded a lot of content because I knew the beginning of the year was going to be tough. So my frequency of release of videos is going to taper down, but I think it's for the good. Most likely 3 to 4 videos per month, in exactly the same format we've been doing. Educational, positive stuff, and enjoying it. So if you're still watching this video, fantastic, awesome. Let's do the second pass. So I'm quite sure here on my chin you can maybe see 1 or 2 little hairs, but you've seen how long my beard was, 4 days growth, and 1 pass it's clean. If I go to the office like this, nobody will know. Is it BBS? No. Is it a damn fine shave? Close. We need to clean it up, and I got a little nick, but you don't need to do more than that. I really made a sloppy lather today, and not sloppy in a good way. I didn't make enough, I think. It is good, but it could have been a lot greater. I must maybe not be that negative. This is quite neat, man. This is not bad. Guys, so once again, somebody else's experience with something essentially is their story. If you want to have your own experience, and now you have to go down that route, otherwise you need to trust what other people's telling you, and that can sometimes be dangerous grounds. When you cut and nick yourself, as I have done, you have to remember and pay particular attention in the direction of that cut or nick, so that in your subsequent pass, if you elect to go over it, that you don't go a 90-degree over that cut and cut off skin and actually make the problem worse. So I can't remember what I've done there, so when I get there I will feel with my finger if there's a flap or in which direction that cut is, and then correct it. The best is obviously, just to leave it and shave around it, which I might still do if I know what's going on. I can feel that digging in, so we're just going to skip that. It's now obviously just been irritated again, so not the end of the world, I'm quite sure. That won't be a problem. Typically on my second pass I would have gone against the grain. My skin is stressed and lots of neglect over the last couple of days, so I'm not going to push it. Just excuse one moment, I can hear my Jack Russell moaning, so something's not right. It's actually my wife that returned, not the Jack Russell. And my little one. Was perd, right? Hello everyone. So once again, if you've got any tips, tricks, recommendations or guides for me to help improve on my weakness with the scents, let me know. I don't want to go and Google what the professional approach is. I want to give it a try myself and then see if I need to go and explore my knowledge a bit further. My sides are also long, so if you stay around, I'll quickly show you trick to deal with it. Right, so there we go, 2-pass BBS shave. I expected actually some weepers. I was expecting my skin to be in a worse condition than this. But I'm very happy. I haven't got a D blade with a blade in, just hang on a second. Now this one hasn't got a guard, but if you're careful, the principle is nice. You use it as a comb, and then you... No, this ain't gonna work. You need a combed razor. So here's a tip. You just quickly put in a blade here. And the cap and the handle. So because it's comb, this has got combs, you can actually comb your hair with it, but you can also use the blade. And can you see this bushy effect here? Yeah. So what I do now is I just go and comb this. I control the blade angle, so that's a bit more of a scraping thing, and I take off just with that comb those long bits of hairs. And now I've trimmed it quite nicely, and you'll see it's less bushy, these bottom bits. I'm going to take my time and do that properly after the shave. The same with this massive mutton chop here. We're just going to give it a quick trim. This one I did slightly better. You see that with a D with a comb. So that's it. I need to rinse all the hairs. We're going to do a post shave. I'm not going to do another pass. I'm clean. And I've done what I needed to do. So I hope everybody else enjoys the weekend. No soap left for post shave, or very little, so that we'll have to make use. No blood, so I'll enforce that rule about if you don't bleed at the end, you didn't cut yourself. So in the coming months, the content that will be coming up, so it's going to, once again, same thing. More honing videos, different razors, different types of stones, some ASMR shave videos, some educational shave videos, and that's it. Post shave is provided by my wife's salon. So thank you for lovingly providing me with skincare. Fortunately, I don't use a lot. So Average Lane CRT range, South African company. This is the firming one. You've seen this one a lot. And I'm also going to use the eye gel. Sorry, the other fragrance I've also got but haven't used in a long time is an aftershave. That's Clubman Pinals. It's a nice one, but I've moved away from alcohol-based stuff. But what I want to get at is you throw in a couple of menthol crystals in that. It really changes that quite nicely, especially on warm, humid days. And it's also got a nice calming and relaxing effect on the skin. So if all goes well, this video will be uploaded and on YouTube in high definition by 6 o'clock local time today. So that would also give everybody just a context of the time differential and where we are in South Africa. So once again, thank you for watching. See you guys on the next video. Cheers.